The Shishi Parshas Kisuvoi, Tovshin Hey. This Parsha, we're getting closer. This is the end of Moshe Rabbeinu. We're getting closer to Musar and Divide, Klal Yisrael. As we know, the whole Sefer Devurim is a Moshe Rabbeinu's goodbye to Klal Yisrael. And basically, he reminded them of all the problems they gave him throughout the years. And all the mitzvahs and zachem, he goes through step by step. So this week's parsha starts with the Hoya. The Hoya, with the more that in the Megillah, wherever says the Hoya, the Simcha, it says Vayihi, the Lashon Tzar. Vayihi, that's the word goes up in the whole country. Anyway, the parsha has the Hoya Kisavoya Loretz, Zog Dar Chaim HaKodesh, Vahoya Lashon Simcha. The Hoya, to make us aware, She'en Lismoyach, Ela B'Yeshivas Ha'oretz. The only simcha, true simcha, that a Yid can have is by living in Eretz Yisrael. We all know this, the Flekas Arishonim, if Bisman Hazeh is a mitzvah Shivas Eretz Yisrael or not, the Rambam holds that it is, others hold nisht, but the Maisa, Rav Arishonim hold that it's a mitzvah Shivas Eretz Yisrael, Bisman Hazeh. It's a mitzvah Esed Araisa.
How about to buy land?
Buy a land.
What do you mean she is? To live before time?
To live, that's Yisrael.
Abazich, Hashnal Abazich?
Hashnal Abazich, there's a whole shaila in the Yalocha, you're allowed to leave Yisrael, so don't get so excited.
That's a Kamdim or what?
Who? Kamdim.
Mizuk, I once heard from a Lubavitcher that they say that the reason the Lubavitcher doesn't want Yisrael is not allowed to leave Yisrael unless it's for getting married, with Parnosa, for Kibbutz Avayim. So leaving Yisrael, I feel better every time I leave because I really want to be there. But for me, it's in Shalom Bayis. Shalom Bayis is also.
But at least he's coming back to see you.
Yeah, he's coming back to the Moshe was just in the buttons.
The AC, I'm very cold. I'm getting blown out.
You want to get away from the AC?
Cold is blowing here, and here it's blowing over me.
This one is shut.
So this way, man. It's not getting mine.
Okay, as long as you're okay. If you're okay, I'm okay.
I don't want to touch me.
Al derech oimroi, like David the Melech says in Tehillim, Oz yimolei tzchoi kpinu, when we'll come back to Yisrael Be'ez Hashem Mekorav, with Mashiach Tzidkenu, Oz yimolei tzchoi kpinu. Then we'll be able to express our happiness to the fullest. The Omar, for us, which is the land that Hashem promised us, He swore to give us, Eretz Yisrael. Through Yishuv Eretz Yisrael, Yasigu Kiyam HaTorah b'mitzvahs. You mustn't tell me. There are many mitzvahs that don't apply to the Torah, to the mitzvahs, Shemitah, etc. All the korbanos. So when we'll be back in Eretz Yisrael, the way Hashem promised us, they'll be able to climb all the mitzvahs and ma'asim tovim properly. When a person brought bikurim, Hashem says, you should rejoice with all the kindness, all the greatness that Hashem has given us, and to your family. Toiv Hashem, what is Toiv? Toiv. What encompasses all the goodness in the world? And the Eibush is the source of all goodness in this world. So you should rejoice with the Eibush. The value of Torah is infinite. You can't appraise it. Therefore, if a person is Mekayim Torah mitzvahs, you don't deserve any credit for it because the Torah itself is so precious. That alone is the the greatest gift. So, Maila, everything that you have, everything in life that we have, Matnas Chinam. Hashem has given us the Torah. Hashem has given us all the good things in the world. Only you, that nobody else has gotten what we have gotten. The love that Hashem has given us, that He created the entire world because of us, and He gives us everything, it's not because we're deserving, it's just because Hashem is kulei toiv, and therefore He wants to share His kindness with all of us.
What is the surah? What's the surah?
Hypermount.
Surah is a brenner in Amalek.
Have to be a regular now?
Weil ich fand im Kreis der König, das Gute, das fand im Besrofim. Ja, es ist von Seite, der Malach der Surah.
Malach the Sufim.
Malach
This is
Besrofim.
the higher caliber. It's
The
Shalom.
different levels of Malachim, yeah.
Yeah.
The Malachim that are created just for one purpose, and then they're done with the tafkid. The Malachim that stand and praise Hashem 24 hours. We spoke about this once in the Shiur before, that when Yeshua was conquering Eretz Yisrael, he needed a few more hours. It was before the sun was going down. So he turned around to the sun and said, Shemesh begivoin, they were fighting givoin. Shemesh begivoin doim, be quiet. Shall be quiet. Should have said, Geh, Shemesh begivoin, atzoyer, amoid. This is doim. So it's brought down, I saw the Reishis Chachma, it was brought down in Karmoinim already, that every species in the world, and all the Malachim, the Srofim, and all the Galgalim, and all the hemispheres, they can't move unless they sing to the Eibishter. So when he wanted the sun to stop, he said, Shemesh Givin and Doim, stop singing. When he stopped singing, he was able to stop. Oim Ramzal, Oim Ramzal, Ein Toiv el Torah. V'samachlu b'chol ha-toiv, you should be happy with the Torah. This Amordik Shtikla, I underlined it because it's like the most powerful words I've ever seen in the Chaim HaKodesh. That's not enough. Zokta, listen to these words. Mind-boggling. Shim hoyu b'nei odam margishim b'mesikes v'areves tuv ha-Torah. If people would feel the sweetness of the Torah, hoyu mishtagim, they would go crazy. Or misladim acharev, they would mamish. They wouldn't know what to do themselves. All the gold and the silver in the world. Elon Musk's money. This, by the way, this week I heard that Zayid has surpassed him. What's his name?
Larry Ellison. Oracle.
Larry Ellison. Is it related to the Ellison that? No, it was Ellison that used to give a lot of money for Israel for the. It's Ellison. Okay.
This Ellison. Not a billionaire.
Not a billionaire.
Oracle.
Who's that thing with the, I got this week. One shekel of Chaim HaKodesh, the more than all his money. Who needs money?
Biden.
This is,
Biden.
you know the famous story of Baron Kotler. He was once going to a wedding with one of his Talmidim, and his Talmud said to him, Rebbe, if I would have stayed in Koilel, why didn't you learn in Koilel? I have 10 Saschat Zabulin contracts with Yingalai to sit and learn. Now that I have money, I said to him, I did not learn. In Daiges by the Mahabba, or the Mahaza, learn Torah, the Mahaza. So I'm reading a lesson here. I gotta repeat this. People would feel the sweetness of Torah. They would go nuts, crazy, and do anything in the world to conquer the Torah. Nothing would be important in their eyes. All the money in the world, all the gold and the silver in the world, and gold is pretty high these days. But being gold nicht, because Torah is inclusive of all the goodness in the world. The next thing also in Chaim HaKodesh, it says in the Pasuk, Hashem Elokecha lo yislecha nachlo v'yirishto. Hashem has given you Eretz Yisrael as an inheritance. Look at Chaim HaKodesh. Neresh, one is the Pasuk who he, sheyetzava Hashem daled mitzvahs. There are 4 mitzvahs included in this Pasuk. Aleph, first thing sheyeda b'liboy, ki lo b'koychoy v'lo b'otzam gvurosei bo l'reshes oretz. You don't conquer Eretz Yisrael with tanks and weapons. You can't get Yisrael with the Rotzen Hashem. Elamatas Hashem, it's Matana from the Eibishter. Vu Amroi, Hashem Elokecha nois alecho. You should know that Eretz Yisrael, Hashem gave us Eretz Yisrael. Hashem gives us Eretz Yisrael. Lo b'koichi v'otzim yodi. Take the claim Hashem Elokecha l'boch. Shamanas sheik Hashem gives us the Eretz Yisrael as a condition, and what the condition is that we keep the Torah, that we mamlech Davish upon ourselves, that we realize that He is everything. Otherwise,
ארץ שניתנה בתנאי, תשמעו את חוקותיי.
what?
ארץ שניתנה בתנאי, תשמעו את חוקותיי.
Yeah. Given the condition that we keep the Torah. Base, the second condition is, the second pshat in this pasuk is, L'hoirish oretz miyashveh. This is Meir Kahana here. L'hoirish oretz miyashveh. To get rid of all the outsiders. Agam shesh le'dova maspik le'voretz. You can have all the goodies. You have a beautiful house, you have a beautiful garden, you have beautiful fruits and vegetables, you have, everything is fine. Aval Pikein, despite all that, Yigarish Oivei Hashem outside should eradicate all those who don't belong there. You should inherit it. Inheritance, it's mine. It doesn't belong to anyone else. Gimel, the third thing is Yeshiva Sa'odah She Mitzvah Fnei Atzmo. That sitting in Israel, living in Israel is a mitzvah for itself. The greatness of the mitzvah of living in Israel. And if he is the fourth thing in this pasuk is Avos Bikurim, come with Kach the Pri Oretz, and you bring it up to Yerushalayim. Rabbi Nachman, Erev Tov. Give him didn't come to rest anymore, did you? Vanitzak el Hashem. So he talks about all the problems we went through in Mitzrayim, and at that point, we screamed at Eibishter, and Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. So the Chaim HaKodesh Kan Remez Shetzorech Odam Lispalel Hashem B'chol Yoim. Person has a chiyuv to daven every single day. Shiatzileihu B'Yetzer Hara. The biggest enemy that a person has, or Chaim HaKodesh speaks about it all the time, the biggest enemy that a person has is the Yetzer Hara. He's there to attack us, to kill us every moment. He wants to destroy us completely. So a person has a chiyuv to scream out to Hashem, save us. Save him from the Yetzer Hara. So every time a person has an Nisoyan, no matter what it is, whether it's a Dibura, or Histaklis Loitoivo, or Kas, any mitzvah that a person has, that Malach is there to catch us every step of the way. So we have to scream to the Eibishter. It's a mitzvah, it's a chiyuv, and every person to scream to the Eibishter to save me. Like we see a person chasing you with a gun or with a knife, you scream, help. We have to scream out to Hashem to help us in the Yetzer Hara. V'omro, it says, "Vayta v'yish Hashem es kalenu, v'yashagam Hashem hu shebor Yetzer Hara." Although Hashem, He's the one that created the Yetzer Hara. Livchoinu odom ma'avodos boiroi. Hashem created the Yetzer Hara to test us, to see how we're going to respond, how we're going to act, and do the right thing. If Hashem created the Yetzer Hara, so what am I screaming for? He sent me the Yetzer Hara. When you scream to Hashem, save me from the Yetzer Hara, He listens to them. Just like in Mitzrayim, Hashem saw our pain and our suffering and our laboring and our pressure, and therefore Hashem answered us. So also in this case, Hashem answers every Yid when he screams out, Hashem, save me from the Yetzer Hara. What is the Oini? How does it relate to us? When a soldier is fighting in war, and he's drained and he's exhausted, we don't have the energy to fight a Malach. The Yetzer Hara is a Malach. And he doesn't need to sleep, he doesn't need to eat, and he's got a lot of experience. There's a word from the Kotzker Rebbe that says that the Yetzer Hara is Melech Zokim Ksil. He's a king, an old king, and a fool. Was pshat. He's not such a fool. Old, yes, he's been almost 6,000 years since B'riyas Olam. Zok the pshat is, Kotzker Rebbe is about Shaf. He says that pshat is that normally a Melech, he takes soldiers into the army. They have to be young, certain criteria, there's certain koyach. You go through training and all that. This Melech, he doesn't care if you're a zokin, he doesn't care if you're a ksil, he doesn't care who you are, what you are. Be the biggest idiot, he'll still try to help you. Ha'amol, what's the amol? We have to labor in the war against the Yetzer Hara. The pressure, sometimes it's hard grabs us even if we're trying to fight it. It will force us to do Avera. Because of these three reasons, Hashem is listening to us in Mitzrayim, and He also listens to us now. Every time we scream out Hashem, help. Now we'll go into pieces for Semes. This week we have the Toichacho, all the terrible things that Chas v'Shalom, if we don't keep the Torah, Hashem says all the bad things will come upon us. Why? At the end of the Torah it says the reason for all this is because only for one reason, because we didn't serve Hashem with Simcha. Not we didn't serve Hashem, we served Hashem, but it wasn't with Simcha. That's why all the Toichacho and all the Klolos, Hashem Yerachem. The famous story of Balatanya used to be the Balkoyer in his town. And his Enikul, the Tzemach Tzedek, 1 year, Balatanya was away. He wasn't laying that jobs. It was a different Balkoyer. When he laid the Toich, Tzemach Tzedek passed out. He chavished. So when he came back, they asked him what happened. He says, what do you mean? Such clothes I've never heard in my life. He says, what are you talking about? Every year, the Zayda lanes the Toich every year, the same Toich. He says, my Zayda lanes, I hear only brachas. So the whole thing is because we didn't serve Hashem with Simcha. Yesh lil moed mezezet this v'semes. The Mikol Shkem Midah Toiva. No, Midah Toiva is 500 times as much, 500 times more than Midah Saparonics. Shenei Yisrael oivdim Hashem Yisborach begolus b'simcha. So if we serve Hashem with Simcha, even in all the golus that we have, all the pressures, all the tzoros that we have, Ava b'sheim b'choyse koil, mizeh yovoy ha'geula b'ez Hashem Yisborach, that will bring Mashiach b'korah mamish. V'lechein nichtav sibas ha'golus. That's why the Torah tells us why we got the tzoros, why we got the golus. So when the Torah points out to us that tzoros happen because of X, Y, Z, so if you can do the opposite, you get the brachas. There's chazak b'simchas avodas Hashem Yisborach gam b'doicha yisurim. So even if a person has problems, a person has yisurim, he has pain, and he serves Hashem with joy, that's the tikkun for the tachas Hashem levato b'stimchum tev levov. The Eibishter wanted that we should serve Hashem with all the goodies, but we messed up. We didn't serve Hashem with love, with simcha. So therefore, we got punished. The Yisrael brought down the Chazal. There's an Nesoyin when a person has a Shiurus. There's also an Nesoyin when a person is poor. And we know that the Nesoyin Oisha, when a person has a lot of money, the Nesoyin is much greater than a person who doesn't have. The Seichel is Pasha, because when a person doesn't have, he automatically gets close to Hashem. He davens to Hashem, he learns better, he tries to get closer. When a person has everything, suddenly his head starts swelling and he forgets about the Eibishter, and then eventually gets into problems. Varaya, he brings a raya that the Shiurus is a bigger Nesoyin than Aniyus. We couldn't withstand the Nesoyin of the Shiurus. Through the problems that we have. I once was by the Amshin of Rebbe many years ago. There was a time when things were like the financial situation in America was not doing well. So in the Shmuz that we're talking, as I said, the Gemara says that Ein ben David bo, Mashiach leprutim anakis. That Mashiach will come until the point where now they eradicated the pennies. Maybe that's what it meant. There's no pennies. Maybe now Mashiach will come.
Go digital.
Yeah, go digital. So that the Amsham said Chas v'Shulam. Sezana goes to Shefa. So now we have Shefa, and we got rid of the pennies. Mashiach can come. Like it says in the Mishnah, a person will kind the Torah even when he doesn't have. So if the kaima ma'oisha, mavatla ma'oisha, and the person mavatla Torah even if he has all the goodies, so for the vatla ma'oin. Which name is kaimi bono? We got kicked out of Eretz Yisrael. We had all the tzoros. The second part, the kaima Torah. So Feinu lekaima ma'oishev and takbizoicha mekor b'meina Shiur and bizoicha digulu. V'yisi b'shem Arizal, famous Arizal. That's the pasuk. Meroiv koil. What does Meroiv koil mean? From Pashup Shat, he had all the good in the world. The Arizal Getaich, the Sameach v'avodas Hashem Yisborach. A person should have such simcha when it serves Hashem. Yoisem mekol min toiv sheboilam. Ein sham v'div pik chochem chen. V'id v'reinu analo nema ki ze atzma eitze l'hishor gam b'madreges horisha. So how can a person remain with Ashirus? So a person is a billionaire, but he rejoices more with Ashmanesra. He rejoices more with that than with his money. He has the money, but that's not the important part of life. He has what Hashem gave it him to do good things. But the Torah, the simcha that he has, the Kiyama Torah, the person who lives that way, that's the phrase that people say. It's a if you have Torah and you have Gedula, in one place you have Hashiras and you also have Torah, but if you start up there as Kli, so a person should have a Kli, be Mekabel Olam Hazeh. And Hashem gives us with abundance, Baruch Hashem, and He should keep on giving us more and more and more. So we should become more mitzvahs. When a person has money, what does he do? If a person has money, he does to give tzedakah, he does chesed. So the tachlis of the money is to do good things. And if a person realizes that the Torah is only a means to be able to become Ratzon Hashem, but that's not the ikar. The ikar is Torah mitzvahs. So even though the goodness in the world will reach you, but you will remain the same. You're not going to change. You'll have the billions of dollars, and you'll remain like Yid and Elachid. But after, unfortunately, we rebelled all that we had, all the good in the world. That's why now the tikkun is, although we don't have what we should have had, what Hashem wanted to give us, the tikkun is to serve Hashem, although we don't have. Shlo Kodesh, Mordecai Verter, HaCheshek v'ahavel Hashem Yisborach l'Toros HaKdosh l'Mitzvah. The cheshek that a person has, the desire and the love that a person has to Hashem and to His Torah and to the mitzvahs. V'lishmoi v'lasas l'kaim hakel b'simchi gedoyle, to heed to the Torah and be mekayim the Torah with a great simcha. Sheyismach shezoicha la'aved Hashem Yisborach. What is David boy? That is the greatest level in the world. That a person should rejoice and mamish be givaldige simcha that he is zoicha to serve Hashem, Melech Olam, and to be connected to Him. The shlok is really Sefer Charedim. Mitanai kiyama mitzvah. The conditions of being mekayim mitzvah Hashem. Simcha gedol b'mitzvah. Part of the kiyama mitzvah is the joy, the simcha that we do the mitzvah. The call mitzvah is mitzvah shetes damaloi, because every mitzvah that comes your way, it's a gift that Hashem has sent you. The Zohar Kodesh talks a lot about it, that when a poor person comes to you for help, Hashem sent you a gift. Because more than what you do for the Raman, the poor person gives to you. Because his money Hashem gave to you, so you could do a mitzvah with it. So the fact that we have an opportunity to do a mitzvah with money, it's a matana. Hashem gave us a matana. He sends you a matana every time. So Mordecai Chazal that says, when a poor person comes to your door, he knocks at your door, he asks you for tzedakah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu oimed al yaminoi. Hashem is standing to his right side. He gave him with a smile, with a good word. He says, Hashem who stands to his right hand will bless you. Ve'im lav, and if not, I don't want to say the rest of it. So the Fi Roi Vasimcha Zogt, the Sefer Charedim. Sefer Charedim was the Mechaber of Yedid Nefesh. We all know this, the Piyut Yidid Nefesh. The Balach Haredi was Mechaber of that. He was in the Chabura, he was a Talmud with Ramak. He was in the same Chabura with the Arizal, with the Bes Yosef, the Shlomo Kabetz. Yeah, a ganze Chabura in Tzfas. So he says, Lefi roi b'simcha, iglas Torah. According to the level of simcha that we have when we do the mitzvah, that's the level of schar that Hashem will give us. V'chein gila harav v'chosna v'kubul Ashkenazi, that's the Arizal, Lissoido to his Talmud Mubek, Reb Chaim Vital Zechron L'Rocha, Shekol ma shehisik. The Arizal told his Talmud that everything, that every darga that every level that he reached, sheniftechu lo sharei chochma v'ruach hakodesh, was all the reason that he was zoichet the Ruach HaKodesh and all the levels of Chochmah. He had such gewaltige simcha by every mitzvah that he did, that beyond anything else. And he explained, that what's pshat and possible that we say this week. Because he served Hashem with such joy, more than any precious thing in the world, that's why he was Zoichet Ruach HaKodesh. Zogt weiter, and if a person taka has the simcha, every time he does a mitzvah, every time he learns Torah, so what's the sign? You see a person who's serving Hashem with simcha, how can you recognize if taka serving with simcha? You should do everything with a geschmack, with a bren. Like I saw by Rebbe Zechat Tzadik L'Rocha, every mitzvah that he did was mamish fire. He said a bracha. Remember, every mitzvah that he said that he did was with azamin b'rem, with zayis lavas. Even the push the mikveh, which was twice a day, the toilet with the mamish fireworks. He used to talk about his couple, he used to talk about the glasses, he used to talk about his tzitzis. But everything was like, with the ganze knack, there was no be'erech, everything was labren. Remember the Sfira So'imer, he said the Roch with Azami fire, Adlokas Neirus, Chanukah. Every mitzvah was like, on Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah and Kippur Sukkot, before on Elul, he was on fire, it was the whole Sukkot, he couldn't wait for the mitzvahs. But on Sukkot, when he got the lulav and the esrog, he couldn't sleep at night. He couldn't sleep, he was waiting for the mitzvah to kind of bench an esrog. And finally he got the lulav and esrog, he shook it so hard that every day he had to do lulav. He destroyed it every single day. Not a joke. He had such a bren for every mitzvah. That's the simmer that a person is like a double knebishter. Listen to these words. Someone who's in love sings somebody he's on a high, he's singing, and being that the love that we have for the Eibishter is much stronger than the mundane love that people have in the belt. So a person who loves Hashem, Yoshel in front of his border, Kashasham, Moshe, Yisroel, the Miriam, the Voida, Yeshua, the Koida, the Dov, the Shloim, the Ruach HaKodesh. So just like they sang, Moshe Rabbeinu, Yisroel, Miriam, the Voida, the Vura, Yeshua, the Koida, David, Shloim, the Ruach HaKodesh. So also a person who's in love with the Eibishter. There was a singer in Israel, I forgot his name. He made a song, he says, I'm madly in love with the one above. Mamash Ahavas Hashem. K'modat oimer maskil shir yedidus. Uchsiv shir ashir masher shloimah. He sang the song after the shloimah, the whole sefer shir ashirim. The melech shasholem shaloi. Uchsiv, we say every morning in Hoidu, shiru loi, zamru loi, sing to Hashem. Uchsiv ba'avosoi, in the love that we have for Hashem, tishke tomim. Pirush harayvet. So it's one of the lashonis of Shiur. And the strong cheshik that a person has, the strong desire that a person has for the Eibishter, The Shoinim, the ones who were way before us, and the Achroinim, Sharu Lufanav, they all sang by him. Yehuda Levi, Yehuda Chosid, Ron Ben Ezra, V'Chavereim Zitzal, they all made songs and they sang to the Eibishter. Ukeshem, Shachoy Sheikh B'Choyli, just like a person who's madly in love, they call it sickly in love. So a person who's puppy love, they call it, when a person is in love first time, he can't sleep at night. He can't fall asleep. His mind is like, whoa. So also the love a person has for the Eibishter, it wakes him up from his sleep when he remembers with the sweetness, he remembers the Eibishter. Okay, the cause of a chosid, the first thing was that you have a settled. Okay, the cause of a chosid, the chosid was right. The chosid, the writes, lo yisha, he can't sleep. Ki ima lisuya vasa, he falls asleep in love. But lo yokas, he doesn't wake up. Ki me mesiki zichle, he wakes up with the sweetest memories when he thinks of the Eibishter. He's gaber kari. He should arouse himself with that starkheit, like a lion. He wakes up at night. He should wake up to praise Hashem and thank Hashem. And this boy did, the sweet Torah, like David Amalek. Like David Amalek said, I wake up at Chatzoyis Laila. Like the Gemara says, that kinnor totally the malam but there was a kinnor that was above his bed, that was his wake up. And when the wind started blowing in that direction, it started playing music, and that's what woke him up every day. I have an alarm clock which starts singing, that wakes me up. But the other had a kinnor. The David oyev neman oyev. David was the true oyev to the Eibishter. He says, Hashem, I love you. You're my strength. Bishop Senazal, Bishop Shat Kitan Lidido Sheno, and Chachamim, these are the Chachamim, another them Shinamay, they diminish their eyes from sleep. They don't sleep like we do 8 hours a night. Like the Rambam says, Shanti Oz is 8 hours. On the Bible, I sleep 8 hours. I can't sleep 6 hours. But Lamaisa. But people who sleep 8 hours, people who sleep 10 hours and 12 hours, now people who are depressed can sleep forever. They can't wake up. But the Midah Chachamim, who are in love with the Eibishter, I guess for next Yisrael, Vichem Abuim. Eile Tamid Chachamim, Shemanad Dem Shinem Eineim Lasa B'Torah. These are the Midah Chachamim who suppress their sleep in order to learn Torah. Vein Losh Yedidoi, Yotzim Pshutoi, Pashup Pshat Yedidoi, Rosalei Mahavai, the one who loves Hashem. Sheblev Cheshkoi V'Avos Elois Borach. From the tremendous love that he has for the Eibishter, and now that Shinem Einov, he diminishes himself from sleeping. Lasi B'Teirosa Rosh Tashei Amalek. V'zeh Losh Rashbi, Rav Shin Bayichoi, he says in Parshas Achrei Mois, Nafshi Ivisicha Balayla, my nefesh was longing for you at night. Balayla, Zokte Rashbi, the Boer Banash Melchimisa, the Kutcha Barichu, from the love that he has for the Eibishter, the Meikam B'Kolaylo, you should wake up every night, L'shtadlo B'Pilchonei, to do Avodas Hashem, the Isa Safra, until the morning star comes up, Ismash Chalei Chutah de Chesed. And then he has Chut Shel Chesed Kol HaYom. So I remember when we were in Yeshiva, the guys used to fall asleep in the middle of the Shiur, and eventually they fell on their sleep. So when they woke up, the Rebbe said to them, the Maggid Shiur, said that the Gemara says that on Ne'er Balaylo, somebody's up a whole night learning, Chut Shel Chesed Moshe Olav. I see on your head the Chut Shel Chesed. You have the stripes on your head. The Tanya, we have learned, Zako Chul Kedah Hu Banash. How happy is the lot of this person, that Hashem loves him from the love that he gives to Hashem. Derech HaChoshek, the derech of someone who's in love, you're my heart, it's my ganze Herz. All he thinks about is Lasas Kol Shel Liba Chofetz. He wants to do everything to please her. Levavoi. But Levavo, and his heart and her heart, that tied with tremendous love. In Koidel Yitzrael, that we call Hashem also Vehavoi Hanemaloi. Shenema, like the Pasuk says in Tehillim, the Melech says, Tzur, my strength, Levavi, the strength of my heart, Vechelki, Elikim Lo'ilam. The strength of my heart, the love in my heart is the Eibishter. Chsiv, it says in Shiur, Mani Yeshena V'libi Eir. Bishop Shein Zal, Da'al Hashem Komar. He says to the Eibishter, I'm sleeping, but my heart is always with you. You're my whole life. It's so difficult for him to disconnect from the person that he loves, like a person whose nefesh is being removed from his goof. You take away his neshama, he'll die. Anybody have the time? We okay? Time? Huh? 9:50. Okay. Good. Someone needed batteries from our clock.
I have one question. Which song is your alarm clock?
What?
Which song is your alarm
It's
clock?
not a song, it's just a dingling. It's a person who is in love with the Eibishter. Koidele nafshi. Nafshi koides avos echel. Zelers nazoi pashas achnimois. Alek kofu. Abchir posal nafshi ibisicha balayla. My nefesh seeks you at night. Avruchi bekir b'yashachreka. My ruach, which is within me, is longing to you. Nafshi ibisicha balayla. Why is it nafshi ibisicha? Nafshi ibsoch balayla me'boyle. My nafshi ibisicha. Avruchi bekir b'yashachreka. Yishachreka me'boyle. It says ashachreka. Elochatona, Kudish Shabarichu, the Eibishter, Rucha, V'nafshe, the Koil. The Eibishter is the Ruach and the Nefesh of the entire world. V'Yisrael Amri, and Yisrael, and Klal Yisrael says, Nafshi v'ruchi at. You are my Nefesh, you are my Ruach. That's why I'm seeking you, I'm longing to you, this Dabka B'cho, to be Dobek in you, to be connected to you, to be glued to you, to find favor in you. Behind it, the Pshat, love is mamish like powerful, like death. Just like when you remove the nefesh from the goof. So a person that was longing to mamish it. There was tzaddikim, I think the Magid, the Heilige Magid, he had such tremendous tshuka to the Eibishter that he asked his Gabber, by Shalashidis, but Rabbi the Rabban, he was mamish so connected to the Eibishter, he said, make sure that I don't depart from this world. And every time he saw that he is starting to trip, he said, Rebbe. One Shabbos, he missed it, and he was Baruch HaNishmasov. Wow. The Heilige Magid. Who is Lord, the Eibishter is Neshama the Neshama. He's the Neshama for all the Neshamas. If I rachti the Malab, Basura, Baruch Mama Gimel, B'Dala, B'Yibir, B'Barazal, B'Devika, B'Chashika, B'Chafitze, Al-Kamenyon. You see the lesson from Chamor, Shechem. He said the three Lishonim, said the Vika, Chashika, Chafitze, and all the three Lishonim will learn from that how to serve Hashem. B'Shamba Baruch B'Yon Acheshik V'Hava Veikis. Hey, mitzvah saseh, mitzvah loy saseh, whether mitzvah saseh, mitzvah loy saseh, he talks about Abo Barichas. Teferes Shleiman. I'm not here. Samachta b'chalat toiv b'shem Hashem l'kecho. Dr. Teferes Shleiman. Hanidali, l'ina Zohar HaKodesh hu koyre la mitzvahs b'kudei ha'isa itin. The Zohar HaKodesh calls the mitzvahs of the Torah. Itin, eitzes. So we have Taryag, eitzes. We have 613 eitzes, how to serve Hashem, how to overcome our weaknesses. V'hu, ki omdam b'kol mitzvah yesh ba eitzes v'drochim eichol agila b'des haboyre. In every mitzvah there are certain directions and ingredients how to reach avodas Hashem. V'mimeno yisayeh l'havas Hashem yisborach v'ikusoy v'liyirosoy. And it helps us in Ahavas Hashem, Yiras Hashem, and Vekas Hashem. Kol hayom, our entire life. K'moy sheyesh mitzvah tzitzis, Shiur v'sgula. We know the mitzvah tzitzis. We say Kriya Shema every morning and evening. What do we say? L'sasurach levavchem v'achanechem, hashatam zoyin machleim. Tzitzis is a sgula to be saved from the Yetzer Hara, we shouldn't be looking and we shouldn't be thinking about. We know that it's brought down in Chazal that if a person walks between two women, he can forget his learning. Or two men walk between a woman walks between two men, we can forget our learning. So the eitzah that brought down in Sforim HaKadoshim is to hold on to your tzitzis. You hold on to your tzitzis, it saves you from forgetting your Torah. You hear what's going on? You walk in the street between two women, you forget your Torah. No wonder we don't remember anything, right? So the segula for that is, when you walk in the street, hold on to your tzitzis. So that's one of the segulas that the Torah brings. Right? We say it every day. The Mantiskiru should remember Torah. Mitzvah tefillin. What's the eitzah in mitzvah tefillin? The Mantia Torah Hashem beficho. We should be able to learn Torah all the time. The people who are seeking the Eibishter, they know all these segulas. This week's parsha, we have the mitzvahs bikurim. So this mitzvah teaches us that no matter what Hashem has given us, He only gave us a few billion, not more than a few billion. We should be happy with that. Don't want more. Whatever we have. Not everybody has billions. Some people have a little less. But whatever Hashem gives us, mitzvah says tapkus. Be happy with what you have. Who's considered a rich person? The one who's happy with what Hashem has given us. There are two types of shefa that Hashem gives us. Sometimes Hashem gives a person wealth which comes from the side of Kedusha. When it comes to the side of Kedusha, it's always complete. When we bench, we say, your full hand, which is open. So when it comes from Kedusha, it's Mola, and it's Rechava, it's Maleo, it's everything. You're never missing anything. Hashem gives us from the side of Kedusha, it lasts and it's good. It's called Mole B'Rechus Hashem. It's Mole. Masbiya l'chol chai rotzon. Masbiya, sovea. You're satiated. K'shebo ma'kedusha, in a nizbah harotzon, ve'echas aleyoid. For a person that comes from the side of Kedusha, you're happy. Zeh Birkas Hazon. In the Birkas Hazon we say, U'b'tovoi hagodol, with his great kindness, Tomid. I split it up when I say it. U'b'tovoi hagodol, Tomid. U'b'tovoi hagodol, Tomid. With his great kindness, always. Tomid lechos alonu. Say it twice. Because it's just because somebody put a comma there doesn't mean that I have to follow that comma. U'b'tovoi hagodol, Tomid. Tomid lechos alonu. We're never missing anything, and forever we ask Hashem, we should never be missing. When it comes from the Eibishter's kindness, it comes from Kedusha, it's complete. When Hashem opens up His hands, He opens His arms, and all the greatness, we should never be missing any. It's all full and it's never missing anything. But let's say the other way around, the opposite. When it comes to the other side, always thirsty, always longing for more. He has 1 billion, he wants 2 billion. He has 100 billion, he wants 200 billion. And therefore he's always missing more than us, because we don't have the first billion. So we're not missing that much. No matter how much he has, he wants more and more and more. You should be happy with the entire kindness. Now we're talking about Olam Hazeh. We're talking the same thing applies to Ruchnius, the Avodas Hashem. So a person has a certain level of kedusha, a certain level of knowledge, a certain level of madregas, he should be happy with it. So a person should always be very meticulous about how he serves Hashem. I shouldn't think in his heart, I want to be like this tzaddik, like that tzaddik. You're not that tzaddik. That tzaddik was born on the mountain. We have to climb. And wherever we reach, we should be happy with it. Although you see your friend is at a much higher madrega than you, don't be jealous of him. He has his madrega, you have your madrega. Sometimes it could be that your madrega is higher than his, because you have labored to reach that peak, and he's got that without laboring. A person should go always between us with the Eibishter. Although a person has a chiyuv to say, Masai Giu Masai, the Masai Waysai, when will I reach the level of my forefathers? So the Kalskar Rebbe Taich, Masai Giu Masai, at least to have an Agia, Epsa Shaykhs, not to reach the level, Halavai. So if you're not at that level, the rest you can take home and learn at Shabbos. If you want, I'll learn with you tomorrow. You should thank Hashem. You should be happy with what he does have. When a person said, they say the Beit Mishlana, when he said Shalei Sani Goy, he used to dance. Because he was a very juicy man. He said, imagine if I was a goy, a groise gerobe goy. A groise sheina yid. He used to dance when he said Shalei Sani Goy. So they are in your name, Pashas Bikurim, Aram Yoy, Dovi, Chem Bagod, Amasu, Gines, Musayim, Mishmach, Betchil, Rebbe, Betazor, Vesenu, Ach, Shoy, Kevon, Amok, Malav, Dosa, Shizem, Boy, Shizem, Boy, Lonu, Toy, Hashem, Al, Chelka, Yisraeli, Hashem, Boy. A person should thank Hashem and rejoice with the fact, Ich ben Ayid. Zocher l'skav, l'chados is Rosh Hashanah, Zocher, Yom l'skav, Tavoid Hashem, V'halavai, Yashtem, Chelka, L'fi Arolo, L'Yashtem, L'Bov, Halavai, we should be Zocher to reach what we're supposed to reach in this world. Midas Stavkus, Kila, Hoylach, Kolatu, Bishleim, Zod Mazar. Tamish, Nos, Hashem, Hashem, Lekecha, Hoylach, Makidusha, Hashem. Because if it's Hashem, Hashem, Lekecha, it comes from Hashem, Lekecha, and Tzaddik, Kedusha, Mishefa, Yoyne, so therefore, it's Mishleimus, Kemenyon, Abdus, Vesamachto, Hashem, Lekecha should be happy, because this is what Hashem has given you. I don't know if we'll have a Shiur next week, I don't think so. We're going into Slicha this month of Shabbos. Even though Agan Shiur, we were not doing anything the way we should be doing, but it's never too late. Never too late. Huh? Slichas, I don't know, we'll see. We'll try, but I can't promise. Slichas, everybody's busy with himself, everybody's busy connecting. Left from Shabbos, the village, held their slichas. Resolved all that sports, but Shoshone, Kippus, Sukkos. In the Besamikdash, Mashiach, Korah Mamish. Shabbos. Next.